Alright, just give me 1 sec. I'm just checking the audio. Sec. I'm just checking the audio. Alright, that's good. Okay. Alright, great. Let me put that there. 1 sec. I thought I had everything set up and then it just just last minute. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. I think everything's set up, and I think yep, update is out. That's good. Alright, great. Everything should be set up. Let me just check. Everything stops working. Hang on. Alright. I think that's yeah. Okay. Great. Everything is set up. So yeah. Oh, hang on. Never mind. Never mind, I take that back. Hang on, this is not. Hang on. There we go. Yep. Alright, let me just see if this works. Let me launch the game real quick. This was supposed to go a lot better. That's alright. Greatest mod of all time. Yeah, not the greatest stream of all time, but certainly the greatest mod. Oh, it's on top chat. I need to switch it to live chat, because then YouTube is so stupid with this. There we go. Now I can see everything. I assume that is 2 hours. There we go. Alright, I'll explain everything in a moment. Okay. I can't. Okay, turn that down. I can't click on the game and also be in OBS and change stuff. That's annoying. Okay. No, that's still Let me see. Let me check the stream. Give me a sec. No. No, that's still All right, I think that's fine. All right. So, the update just came out. And I'm basically gonna play it. I'm gonna explain some stuff because I've wanted to talk about it for a while, but I haven't really done that. All I've done is really just showcase videos and some other stuff. I am just recovering from a cold, so that's why I sound like this. I don't normally sound this way. And I think there's a video coming out in 30 minutes or something. Let me check actually. I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I scheduled that for. But so yeah, I'm gonna play it. I kind of want to talk about it a little bit because I haven't been able to really, because it's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh gosh, that's still open. All right, and hopefully it runs really well. It's not. I mean, it's not going to. I still have to run it at just a terrible resolution. I don't even want to say it. But it should be fine. I don't think streaming is going to be that big of a performance hit because I do have a pretty good CPU, so I should be good on that end. All right, let's get. Oh, okay. Great, there we go. All right. Now I need to fix window capture, which I had working earlier. All right. White screen, that's great. Let me just scale that correctly. Get that lined up. There we go. Oh, it's close enough. It's off-centered, but I don't think anybody's gonna notice. Oh crap! I need to get my controller. Also, it is still a white screen on your end, so that's nice. I literally had this working 20 minutes ago. Hang on, hang on, hang on. It's a... Okay, I can see it, but on OBS, it's a white screen.
Select a file.
Okay, what if I... Oh gosh, that's loud. Okay, what if I get into a game?
Select your character.
Let's get him.
Maybe when it starts rendering, maybe when it actually starts rendering stuff, it will be fine. Okay, I guess not. Okay. That's a little weird. What if I do full screen capture instead? I literally have this working. That's so frustrating. Okay, I will do... I don't have any like my passwords open right now, so it should be fine. Display, yeah, just do straight display capture. Here we go. So now you can see what I'm... don't capture cursor, because that's annoying. Okay, and then if I launch the game... Yeah, but it'll still be like small and weird on my screen. Because now it's not doing just the window, it's doing the full... Where am I going? I'm going here. Yeah, it's going to be weird, isn't it? Because it's just going to be like a small window and you'll see OBS around it. So that's not ideal. Okay. Yeah, like 0 resolution. Okay. I could scale it so it's just this was not supposed to be like a I need technical help stream. This is supposed to be just turn it on, play the game, talk about it. Perfectly fine. Okay, window capture. And it is still a white screen. Oh, that's weird. Why don't I try that? Oh, that's great. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, okay. Mod loader. Why is the mod loader having issues? That's not fair. It's supposed to be... Oh gosh. Okay, give me a sec. This is so terrible. This is supposed to get so much better. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Don't download an update. Launch the game. Window pops up. Still, it's just stays as a white screen on OBS. That is so strange. Okay. I could do... Here's what I could do. I could make it full screen. And then do display capture. And then pull up chat somewhere else. I think that might be what I do. Because this was working. I don't know why it's doing the white screen. Okay, what if I... Yeah, that works. It's... Okay, so it's an issue with Remix. That's so strange. Okay. Enable... Okay, so if I do full screen... where is that? Here it is. Exclusive full screen. Here we go. Test spawn. A new test spawn. We're actually going to make a save file. Okay, so it crashes immediately. Probably because I screwed something up by unchecking D3D8 to 9. One sec. Let me reinstall my own mod because I just broke it. No. It's fine. You're not supposed to do that anyway. Oh, I should probably just copy D3D9 as well. Yep. Because that's probably what is breaking it. Okay. I'm just gonna show you. Oh, that's great. This is what I'm seeing right now. By the way. Okay, what if I do borderless full screen? Does it still crash? Nope. That's great. All right, we'll do that. That works. Okay, you can really not see this. Oh wait, that's we're gonna do display capture, right? Okay. Let me check on another screen to see if it's capturing correctly, because I'll be in full screen. I won't be able to see OBS or anything. Just give me a sec. Gonna pause the game. Oh wow, it looks so bad when it's big. Oh, when it's blown up on a big screen. All right, Go here. Go here. Yeah, okay. That's capturing. That's great. Alright. Let's quit and make a save file. I don't even think I have any because I reinstalled the whole game to test. How do you go back in this? I don't know how you go back on keyboard. Which one is that? Oh, I pressed M and that muted my mic. Oops. Oops. There we go. And you should see that. Let me have a look. And if the volume's not good, let me know. All right, here we go. And my controller's not working. Okay, I'm starting to see why people have a lot of problems with this on their machine. Okay, well, not true. So usually, apparently, I found this out recently, having Lantern Engine enabled can screw up your controller inputs somehow. I don't know how that works. I mean, it's a whole, like, this whole thing is kind of, the system's all screwed up. But yeah, that can screw with input. So I'm gonna save and play. There we go. Now this should work. Let me enable display. Here we go. Alright, so we're in. Mashing start button. Also, Steam can sometimes just... Oh. Video cut out. Oh. Hey, there we go. That works. Oh. What's going on? Okay. Bluetooth is having issues. Because my audio is cutting out and the controller is working half the time. Alright, this is great. This is going great. Sometimes the I think it used to, the intro cutscene used to crash. It doesn't anymore. I don't know what caused it. Yeah, it would crash like right there, right as the camera cut to this. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what fixed it, but something did. So happy with that. I think like super old versions, like 0.7 or like 0.8 or something. Oh hey. Okay, so it still does crash. I've been able to get through the full thing at some point. That's so funny. That's something that can be, you know, figured out and fixed. So it's not that big of an issue for me. Well, for the mod rather, because other people play it. But yeah. All right, let's try that one more. Yeah. I don't know. The issue is probably because I have like 2 mod loaders, and they're like, it's a weird setup. And now my controller's blue. And audio's only working like half the time. Alright. We're going to skip the intro cutscene. But I think the rest of the cutscenes work. I think it really is just the intro cutscene that crashes. I'm sure I could figure out why if I knew how to read logs, but I don't. Also, the sunlight, it's nighttime, but this is fixed. in the last update, it was completely dark. That's because for some reason, when I updated like the remix runtime and then back to it, oh crap, I forgot to. All the sunlights got like screwed up. I had to fix them, and some of them I missed. So the nighttime one is fixed. The nighttime one is fixed, and Sandhill is fixed also because I forgot to do that one as well. So all of those effects, as far as I know, I mean I played through the whole game, so I think I know. So those are fixed in this one. Eventually we'll get to the actual parts that I'm proud of for this update that I worked really hard on. But you know, that might take a minute if I keep forgetting to skip the cutscene. Also, okay, if I have the controller under my desk, it doesn't work. I have to like hold it weirdly on top of my desk. That's nice. Alright, so skipping this immediately. And we're skipping this one just in case. I'd like to watch it. Alright, I don't think... Okay, here's another thing. I've been doing it for like ages now. I still need to figure out the... Let me turn on free cam actually, because it's going to be more helpful. Nope, that's not what I want to press. I think if I hold these buttons, okay. I'm going to turn on free cam because it's a little easier. But I'm still... Oh, you know what? I can see it here, but I'm going to turn it on for future. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the water to look right on Chaos. So I think mostly he uses the same textures for all the different fights. But I kind of want it to look like how it used to look. So when I had it used to look, it was set to an emissive texture. Because I didn't know how to use... I was just learning the tools. I didn't know what diffuse was, so I just never clicked it. And I thought, oh, okay, if I want to give this you know, transparency a color, I'd use emission, because I just didn't know. So I did that, but it looks super weird, specifically here, you know, when it's dark, because light doesn't really affect it in any way. So I'm trying to get that look, but not have it also look weird. Still something I'm working on, because you can see mostly the issue is it's kind of inaccurate because it also changes the color of, like, you know, the brain. You can't really see that very well through it. It like turns it blue. It's supposed to look pink, so still something I'm working on. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, also the eyes, I don't know why they look weird. They don't look like that in the editor, but I'm sure that's fine. No, I'll fix it. And the floors are shiny because it is raining, which is nice that they're separate materials for this area than the actual hub world. So just in this area, okay, yeah, the controller's not working very well. So just in this area, they're shiny, which is pretty nice. But I mean, I still like the, you know, because the water look was kind of like why Chaos is, you know, Water Monster back in, you know, when the game released on the Dreamcast. That was kind of like the main thing, like, wow, look at what we can do with this water technology. Like, you know, look at how realistic we can make it look. It doesn't look very realistic, but you know, back then. It's pretty tough to do that, turns out. Well, okay. How do I want it to, you know, look as good as it would have back then in this, which is still something I'm figuring out. By next update and by 1.0 it will be, so
Come on, you big drip.
You know.
Where you going?
But for right now it's serviceable, I'd say. It's not something, you know, super ugly, needs to be changed immediately. Yeah. Alright, let's skip this cut. I'm just gonna skip all the cutscenes now. I'm sorry, because I'm afraid they're just gonna crash. I'm gonna have to reboot it like 300 times. Alright. What is changed over here? If I can use my controller correctly. I think I changed, I don't know. I think this area is mostly the same. I just redid these lights a little bit. You can't actually tell because it was an accident. I accidentally reset all these lights because I was just messing around. I screwed stuff up. So I had to redo all these lights. They're basically the same, but they're slightly different. Rings, they're slightly less reflective. You kind of can't tell, but they should stand out more. Yeah, you can tell if you compare that to earlier. I can't do that. If you compare that to earlier versions, they're less reflective. They still look reflective because they're gold, but you know, you need to be able to see them because they're kind of important. Now, all right, emerald. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing issues. There's supposed to be little buildings in here, and they're not there. That's fine. I could probably fix that right now. Actually, that's not that hard to fix. These are fixed. Yes. Well, I'll figure out if they're fixed later. So the thing is, the texture, well, the material, material by extension texture, is the same for this glass as it is on the spring part of the spring and the spikes on the spike ball. So whenever I change these to be actually like, you know, glass, refractive, and all of glass's properties, it would also apply to the springs and the spike ball. So I just, you know, basically just copied the mesh, overrided it with the material and remix. It just worked out pretty well. So only these are glass, and if I go have a look at a spring or a, let's have a look here. Yep. So that oh, you can't see my mouse, but that's fine. So just the spring part of the spring, that would look glass if I hadn't done that fix. But now it looks correct. It's the correct material, which is nice. And same with the spike ball. It's not made of glass, because that would look really weird. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess that's just... I thought something went wrong with the exposure for a second. But yeah. Water is fixed, because I think there were still issues even in the last update. I could be wrong. But yeah, water in general is mostly fixed. There's still this weird, like, cutoff. Like, if I zoom out real quick. There's still, like, this weird cutoff from a distance. I'm going to try to figure that out. Probably, you know, eventually, right? Shouldn't be an issue for 1.0. I'll probably figure it out by Legacy Update 3, so that's not that bad. But generally, when you're down here, you can't really see it. So it's not something that's like totally urgent or totally solvable. I don't think, unless it is. I don't know. But yeah. So that's. But yeah, it's not like, you know, flashing to different roughnesses anymore, because the problem with the water that really caused me a lot of trouble. It probably around 0.9.0 was when I just didn't really want to do it anymore, because most of it was fixing water. So I don't even know if I have the... Yeah, I could probably explain it, but to put it simply, all of the... It doesn't use like an animated texture. It might do in the actual... No, actually it doesn't. It might behave like that in the actual engine, but when it comes to processing it through Remix, it basically treats each frame like a completely new object. Usually it doesn't do that, but on most games, like it doesn't do that with Sonic Heroes, right? I figured out when I was experimenting with that a little bit. So each time you like, you know, when you're making it, you know, capture scene, you have to capture each frame of water. So, you know, you've got to pause the game when it's on the next frame, and then capture, and then unpause, and then pause again, and then capture. And then also switching captures in the remix editor, just because I'm just dumb and I just have it set up in such a silly way. It takes so long to load a capture, and it's just so painful going through every single one and just like fixing it, and then like missing 3 frames, and it's like I just went through every capture labeled water, and it's still broken, and it's like I'm just gonna go and capture it again, and then you have like 6 captures of the exact same frame of water because you're mislabeling everything. So it gets a little chaotic when that happens. This is when it gets not so fun to develop, but now that I've fixed it once and for all, I mean mostly, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 spots where it's still weird. I don't have to deal with it again. I don't want to deal with it again. looks sick. Thank you, Carbon. And I'm probably the most proud of this update that I've been in a long time. But mostly the fun stuff comes at Speed Highway, which is where I'd say probably most of the work into this update has gone into. Also Skydeck. I think Skydeck, less work than Speed Highway, but overall better results for amount of effort put in. I'm super proud of Skydeck coming up. I think we'll play through the whole game. I probably have the energy to do it, even though I'm sick. But oh, that's great. But I will also try not to speedrun because I did speedrun this game, so I'll try to keep my skills to a minimum. Oh, I would have liked to see the emerald that Tails had, but that's okay. So I'll try not to like skip through massive segments and stuff. If I keep dying on a point, then maybe I will, but I probably won't. No, I don't know why I'm trying to do that. I used to be able to do that pretty well. It doesn't give you anything. Like, it doesn't give you the light speed dash or anything. But you know, these, I think I changed the look of these lights just so they look a little nicer. I also toned down the bloom quite a bit because I was noticing it looks really ugly when because, you know, okay, so in Remix you'll see, I just realized I have this open. I'm just so used to having this menu open. I'm not like Gmod considerate of, like, yeah, you don't want to stare at this menu the whole time. So if I go, so yeah, parameter tuning, sky tuning. So this is something that I'm sure they're gonna, you know, implement more features for. But outdoor environments and skies all have a universal brightness to them, which isn't very good because generally these you know, skies aren't all the same brightness. Really shouldn't be. So some of them look fine, some of them look a little blown out, some of them look, well, most of them look like they're too bright, but generally I'm in a happy middle ground with how it looks. Eventually they'll add more precise controls, probably per sky texture, on how bright it should be. And also, there's more issues with skyboxes when we get to Ice Cap and Windy Valley, but I guess we'll be there soon. So yeah, it's still not optimal, but it's also something I could probably just darken textures and brighten textures if I, you know, really wanted to change them. But realistically, that change, you know, probably, like, by the time next update comes out, is probably be out. But if it's not, then, you know, there are options for these things, right? Yep. Did I say the sky? Yeah, sky is brighter in Emerald Coast. Sky is also brighter here. So I didn't talk about Emerald Coast when I was in Emerald Coast. So Emerald Coast, I should have done a comparison actually, but so everything is really dim in this game. Like Emerald Coast, when you have an option here to turn off ray tracing, you can do that whenever you want. But things are the lighting acts as if it's almost overcast in Emerald Coast with the way, you know, the brightness of stuff, right? So at some point I was told, it looks too bright, I should change it. So I went for complete accuracy earlier, and then I maybe it's different last update, I don't really know. I mean, maybe it's the same as this in last update, but I don't think it is. I think most of these changes come afterwards. But basically, I stopped going for accuracy, but even though, you know, our original game looks really nice, it just didn't look right in RTX. So I brightened up the skies. I'd say it's more realistic because it's not, the sky isn't overcast in Emerald Coast. So so I changed that. It's less accurate, it's brighter. Some people aren't gonna like that, but it just looks much better. Same with here. It was, you know, it was darker in Mystic Ruins as well. I just increased it a little bit. It's not as drastic of a change as it is in Emerald Coast, but it still just looks nicer. I mean, it's kind of always looked just like a little weird, mostly because of the rough surfaces. I've always struggled with rough surfaces in Remix because there's no like Remix isn't really supposed to do these kind of mods, right? You're supposed to do full replacements. You're supposed to have roughness maps, metallic maps, you know, normal maps, everything. It's not really meant for like a Quake 2 style thing with it, you know, same models, same textures and everything. So when you set something to full roughness, you can kind of almost tell here, it doesn't remove the specular at all. So things just look really weird. You can probably see it best on here. Oh yeah, I meant to do that. So my solution was I had figured out if you turn up metallic, it does get rid of kind of this weird specular sheen on stuff. Like you can still see it here because I don't have it all the way, but it does make like these super like, you know, black pixels, like really dark. So I'd probably say it's like 0.5 metallic, and it gets rid of it mostly, of that weird specular look on what's supposed to be a rough surface. But yeah, that's always been a struggle. So, but you know, it still doesn't look bad. You know, most of that's been ironed out for a while. So that's just something I wanted to mention. Maybe there should be a specular slider. I don't know. It probably doesn't make sense, but just because of the way Remix, you know, renders stuff and it's not physically accurate or whatever. But I don't know. You know, I'll talk about that when I get to Speed Highway because that's fun. Okay, Windy Valley. I don't actually remember. Okay, great. The sky is super bright, and the water looks weird. Okay. Yeah, it's not that big a deal, really. I mean, oh wait, I didn't change that. That didn't have the glass material. I have to fix that. Okay. There's always, every single time I play through the game, there's always, you know, new stuff, right? It's basically, you know, what development is. Replay the game, write down the bugs, fix the bugs, replay the game, write down the bugs. Sometimes that's fun, sometimes it's not so fun, but, you know, that's how it works. I'd say this time it was fun, though, because things were just starting to look so good. It was just completely worth it, so... okay. So this was what I was mentioning with the weird skybox nonsense in... Wait, is it not? Hang on one sec. Oh yeah, so Remix handles not having a skybox super weirdly. So it just kind of like copies over whatever the previous skybox was. As you can see here, not everything was selected as a skybox in Windy Valley, just because it's just... There's some weird bugs going on with the Windy Valley skybox. That you have to fix, but it's just... I don't know how right now, but you know, I'll figure it out. But, yeah. So, yeah, it just kind of copies over the last skybox. You'll see this in Ice Cap too, because Ice Cap, that's one I'm probably most disappointed in. I still have to figure out. But yeah, it just handles having no skybox really strangely. Doesn't really know what to do. And I'm just realizing... actually, let's not kill this guy, because then that's something I can talk about. The HUD is weird, no? The 5 was just invisible. Let me change, let me get rings and see. Oh. There we go. That was just, yeah, what's, okay. You're gonna do some live bug fixing, that's weird. Okay. So what I'm assuming, yeah, okay. So what I'm assuming is Remix has gotten less aggressive with choosing what is a UI, because sometimes when you just select, so actually I'm not going to do that because that could be, because these same fonts for like actual textures sometimes, and it just screws stuff up if I select everything as a UI. So I'm assuming in this latest version that I'm running, it's gotten less aggressive with choosing which UI elements are related to one another, and then also selecting that as a UI texture when you don't personally select it as one. So I'm assuming that's what's going on here. But I think it might have just been the 6. But yeah, if I had to guess, because usually, yeah, the HUD was fine last update. It's been fine, so that's a little interesting. I added the glow back. to the checkpoints because I was just looking back at old footage and I was like, it just looks kind of weird when they're just like, I don't know. It just looks weird when they're not glowing. At least when they're yellow, they don't glow when they're blue. But when you go past them, it just kind of looked kind of like just strange. I don't really know how to describe it, but I just felt like it looked better back when they did glow, but not when the blue was glowing. So I think that's do I have a different config on right now? Hang on. Let me make sure this is actually what you're gonna play. I'm gonna go to volumetrics. Here we go. No, it's fine. It's the same. Okay. I was just like, I thought I just saw weird volumetric fog in this, but no, I don't think so. Okay. We'll talk about fog when we get to Lost World, because that is where most of the issues are, and the HUD is broken again. That's an easy fix. I'll probably release an update today, but that's strange. Okay, you're probably not going to notice it, but still, that should be fixed. There's never an excuse to not fix something. Alright. I'm going to skip this bit, because I want to be done. Oh, I also made this. Oh, I didn't even think I wrote this down. I made the sky brighter in Windy Valley. I think I did actually, on the patch notes. No, you know what? Actually, I'll show that later. I don't think anybody actually reads the patch notes, but there's a really funny one.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh gosh, if I explain, I look like such an idiot, but it's so funny. I have to bring it up. It's so good. All right. But yeah, so Sky is also brighter in Windy Valley, again for the same reason as Emerald Coast. It just looked weird when you went for 100% accuracy. It's just brighter, it just looks more natural, it just, you know, nicer. Train windows, mostly fixed. I mean, they've gone through many different, you know, versions in the past. From looking really weird to slightly less weird, but still weird. They're mostly good now. They're not perfect, but, you know, happy middle ground. I should probably probably just fully model them. I probably will for at least Legacy Update 3. Obviously 1.0 they'll be fully modeled, but I should probably just fully model them. Alright, here we go. This is what I want to see. Alright, the sewers. Now, actually I think that was I had a little light up there because, you know, you jump it down into the sewers. Yeah, culling is still... Oh, I'll talk about that later, actually. Oh, I was going to talk about that just now. So, light... so if you go here... Anti-culling. Anti-culling light is now disabled by default. So the reason I had it enabled to begin with is because normal anti-culling doesn't work. So, basically, simple explanation. Everything... you probably just see that right there. Everything behind the camera doesn't exist. Sonic Adventure is really good frustum culling. Unfortunately for Remix, but fortunately for everybody's Dreamcasts. Yeah, it has. So when you are turned away from like a light source, you'll see that right here. It just completely disappears, and now the scene is inaccurate because these lights literally don't exist, but they should still be bouncing around in the room that you're in, but they don't exist. So, yeah, you can see that right here. Now it's dark, and now it's light. Simple explanation. So that would just keep the light around, having that enabled. But also, when you have light appearing and disappearing really fast, like on like Eggman's flamethrower or other stuff, it would break. I mean, it wouldn't break. Those lights would stick around, and it would look really unnatural and really weird. So I fixed that. Well, I didn't fix it. I disabled it because it ended up causing, more issues than it really solved. So, I will talk about Sonic's glowing shoes in a moment because that is something I'm probably a little too happy about because it's just Sonic with glowing shoes. It's not that big of a deal, but it is to me a little bit. It just makes it look so much more like just complete and final. Like, yeah, it's probably a little too bright to be honest. I went back and had a look at it. I think a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, it's a little too bright. But actually, I think it's fine in most places. There are just some areas where it's like, yeah, I should probably turn it down. I do believe it is brighter than the crystal ring, which I've turned down many times. Man, you know what? At the end of this, if I've got more time, I'll watch some old videos. Cause man, are they crazy? So, like, what was I thinking back then making this mod? I was like, oh man, it looks so terrible.
This is the crystal ring.
Yeah. I'll just get this just because it's cool. No, don't do this. You know what? You know what? That's something I've missed. This this like glass texture on top of the button, I should probably change. It does just look a little weird. I should probably do that. I think I'm going to the casino. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll do a cool trick. Casino Plus. I don't think anything's different. I think it's mostly this. I think I fixed some stuff in pinball. Maybe. I think I touched up Knight's Pinball a little bit, and then yeah, it's mostly the same, isn't it? Yeah. So nothing really new here. I think I made some more textures emissive, like up those like blue tubes. I think we'll see in a moment if I'm good at the game. So yeah, I think I'm not paying attention. So yeah, I think I just added some more emissive materials here, made the correct materials glass instead of weirdness. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should also go back to that to the Emerald Coast area to explain why there's such a huge lag spike when you look at the palm trees. Because that I learned about recently. Somehow I didn't know it before, but you know, it's a process of learning. All right, I actually don't want to do. I actually want to go into the sewers. I never liked the pinball, so I probably won't get into the pipes, but it's fine. It's really like not that different. What else? Motion blur is enabled by default, and I know. Okay, yeah, these particles are still weird. So okay, a lot of people aren't gonna like that motion blur is enabled by default. But so the reason I did it, there are a few reasons. So first of all, there are so many things in this game that try to replicate motion blur. It's like I feel like, at least, okay, probably not true. I feel like they wanted motion blur. If they could have done motion blur in the original, they would have added it in. Because there's just so many like moving things that got like motion blur like effects on it. So it's like, okay, that's one reason. And another reason is in Remix it just looks really good. Like just the way it's implemented, I think it's probably the best implementation of motion blur I've seen. It just looks better. It is subtle. Well, it should be subtle. At least on my low resolution, what I can see, it is subtle. So it's not like, you know, panning the camera around, everything's like a gooey mess. But, you know, so you can disable that easily, because I know some people really don't like motion blur. And you can just go to rendering, disable motion blur. I'm going to keep it on, because I've grown to like it a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know, I like it. But yeah, so that's why motion blur is enabled. I apologize in advance. This is fixed, and I bet nobody ever knew it was broken. This little floor here, this little tile floor, has been invisible for quite a while. It's a bug that happens in Remix sometimes. It doesn't make any sense to me, but stuff sometimes just goes invisible. It's a super easy fix. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Some water is still a little like this. But realistically, you're not going to see it, but I still need to fix it. Again, it's not really an excuse to not fix something. I don't know how many rings I have, because the HUD is broken. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to do this right. I'm probably going to update later, because this is, I should know how many rings I have on me at all times. Also, UI. Oh, there should be. This isn't going to break anything, but they just in case it does, there should be UI. I'm looking for textures. Welcome to making a config file for Remix. Here we go. Alright, I'll just make these all UI because they seem to be all together, so chances are they are all actually UI. Here we go. Alright. Yep. Alright. That should be good now. I will fix that later. Oh, these metal arms also shared the same material as the item box, the spring, and this bike ball. No idea. I mean, okay, I do know why. It saves space on a Dreamcast disc. It makes sense. Wow, this is loud for me. Making sure it's not loud for the stream. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that loud. Here we go. There we go. I can hear myself better. Alright. What was I saying? Yeah, those arms also share this. Yeah, they also share the same material. You know, to save space on a Dreamcast. It makes sense. It's inconvenient for me, you know, over 20 years later, but yeah. It's fixable. Oh, I did fix it. That's obviously fixable. What am I gonna do? I want to do Knight's Pinball. I kind of like Knight's Pinball a lot less than the actual other pinball, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, here we go. Also, it's just a weird level. Casinopolis is just unrelated. Casinopolis is just a weird level. Like, there's this big central area. It was probably designed for Knuckles treasure hunting in mind. But there's a big hub room. You're only supposed to go to like 3 places. Like half of the area is actually even useful. So you, but you know, I don't know. I just think it's funny. It had some depth, I guess. I don't know. Some room to run around in. Yeah. Again, nothing else is really different. I was pressing the button. All right. Here we go. But yeah, nothing really that new here, I don't think. Maybe there's a couple fixes. Am I going back to the sewers? Alright, but I only have to do this one more time, because at least I'm good at the sewers, so... I think I can... no, I can't. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. So I have, a Lightspeed Dash on Y mod. I don't know who made it, but you can easily search that up and find it. Enabled, so whenever I press Y or I press B and Y at the same time, actually not true, I'm on a PlayStation controller, but same thing. It does the Lightspeed attack, but when you just press Y, it does the light dash, and so you can do it when you're in states where you're not supposed to be able to Lightspeed dash, like when you're you know floating up the garbage tubes or whatever. I don't even know what this level is. It's weird. These are some weird sewers, but I guess, you know, it's the last classic Sonic game. It's allowed to make no sense. All right, that's enough to. It's 400 rings to escape Casinopolis. To escape, you tried to escape Casinopolis. That's great. Just absolutely awful. No, I'm kidding. It's just funny. All right, gonna get out of here, and then what is even the next level? I mean, I'll remember when I get out. Oh, it's yeah, it's Ice Cap. Talk about the nonsense going on in Ice Cap, because that's gonna be fun. Ice Cap is still not a. The beginning is fine, but it's still in a bit of a state. I'll say that. Yeah, because it's gonna. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh no! Rest in peace, Sonic the Hedgehog. All right. Here we go. Get in here. Alright. So... Oh yeah, I'm about to get to the cave. Oh wait, no, I should give my terrible explanation on why alpha textures are so performance intensive for Remix. So, if I'm remembering correctly, which I'm not, So okay, yeah, you see the frame drops. Okay, here's also another problem. Frame skipping used to work. I don't know why it doesn't now, and it slows down the game. I probably have something wrong on my end, but yeah, frame skipping does not work. So it slows down the game completely when you're at a small frame rate. Also, what is going on? Is that just DLSS? Yeah, it is. Just DLSS weirdness on those striped. You know. So, okay. Why these things cause so many lost frames? So my understanding is each time this is going to be so bad, but okay. Each time the frame is rendered, it has to calculate whether or not a ray can go through a pixel of the texture or if it cannot. And that's expensive. Like, really expensive. Especially when you've got a lot and there's all these tiny little fine details. Like, this is literally the worst possible texture for Remix to render in. Because it's you've got these fine defined edges of opacity and, you know, and translucency, and it just does not run well. So I'm probably it's one area of the game. I mean it's still a problem because in you know, one of the first cutscenes it slows down like crazy. But so I will model those for Legacy Update 3, which I don't know when it's gonna come out much later, like a while away. Because after this releases, most of my focus, hopefully, going to be on 1.0, which is the actual remaster of the game, you know. So still looking for more people to join on that. I think the video is probably released by now, like 11 minutes ago or something. So that's what that's about, basically. Yeah, hoping to get some more people onto the project, get it done. So yeah. So yeah, after this, probably not going to be Legacy Update 3 for a very long time. Hopefully, you know. Yeah. All right, the cave. Completely change the lighting in here. So, if you've played this before, I used to have these little warm lights going across the cave here. To kind of look like torches, to kind of make it, you know, feel like this place is lit when it's obviously not. I was like, that was nice for a while, and then I just kind of changed my mind on it, because I just looked at it for long enough, and it just didn't end up looking right. So I just added these cold lights every once in a while, because it's supposed to be, you know, cold cave, basically, right? So, you know, going up near a mountain. So I just added these blue lights every once in a while. I think it just adds a lot more atmosphere to the area. Okay, now we're getting to here. This place has been broken for a while. There is still a water issue. No, wait, no, it's actually not. It's a separate issue. I know what it is. No, I can fix it now. This is before I, you know. Now I know. Oh no, there's a water issue. Look. Changes. Wow, I'm really good at pausing on precise frames these days. Yeah. I might. Yeah, I know how to fix this now. It's not going to be a problem in the future. I still apologize for it though, because it really doesn't look very nice. But yeah. Alright, ice cap. Now, things are looking better. A little bit better. Now, for some reason, okay, I do need to... I'm going to ask some people in the Remix Discord server about this. Because not everything... I don't know how to get it, so not everything that has an alpha mask is emissive. I mean, it makes sense for most of the things in this game. like, you know, Sonic's like jump trail when he jumps, and his, you know, all of that, all those effects doesn't make sense for Dust. I still have to figure this out. It's probably not that hard, and I probably should just remove it and like get a model or something. Oh, well, I don't know what I'd do, honestly. Or like, well, I should model it out instead of having it using an alpha texture. Because it's, you know, as I said earlier, they're really not so good with Remix. So that's just something I need to figure out. And I just spent 1 minute talking about alpha textures. Okay, so you'll also see here, sky is much brighter than before. I think it used to be like this, and then I changed it back. Oh, hey, I didn't know this is where this was. Skies, yeah, again, same reason for Emerald Coast and Windy Valley. Just looks better, looks more natural. Yeah, so this is fixed. So it turns out you know, let me go to free camera here. So the big icicle was invisible at some point. Actually, is it still right now, or is that it? No, that's it, I think. Wasn't completely invisible. So fixed that, because sometimes stuff just goes invisible, and you have to go back and fix it and everything. But so I fixed that. Most of the ice textures have been changed as well, just because they were just looking really weird. But yeah, so most of that's been changed to be more accurate, yeah, there we go. Doesn't look weird anymore, which is nice. Okay, now we get into the, well, I guess it's after this bit technically, after you get through this cave. This part is still fine though. This part is still generally showcaseable, but when we get to the next part is perhaps the least good looking part of this mod. I think I like to think I've gotten to a point where everything. Oh, it used to be. Wow, some spots look really good with this mod. Most parts don't. I think I've kind of flipped it at this point, where okay, most places look really good with this mod. Some parts don't. Now, yeah. So like I said earlier with skyboxes, as far as I know, there is no skybox in this section of. So let me actually turn off the ray tracing, because that's a better. This tells you what it's actually supposed to look like. So if I go. So yeah, so there's no skybox. Because it's occluded by fog. We'll get to volumetric fog when we get to Lost World, because that's where the biggest issue is. So yeah, like I said, Remix doesn't know how to handle when you don't have a skybox. So it just copies the last one over, and it doesn't look at all like what it's supposed to. I'll get into a better spot to show it, but yeah, I'll go over the fog later. But because there's none of that fog, I mean, even when there is fog, you can still see this weird skyboxness going on in the background. But even when, it just you know, is a little disappointing. But I'm sure I can figure something out for it. Carbon. I think one last thing that should be to Legacy is higher res skyboxes. Oh yeah, definitely. So Legacy Update 3 is I've already started working on it. Kind of, just because of how long the video actually took. Actually, I'll talk while I play. So I've kind of already started working on it. It's kind of the coolest, well, probably first coolest. This is the second coolest update I've done in a while. So that will have the high-res textures and PBR materials and all sorts. So yeah, that'll be the big one. It's gonna come. It's gonna be a while till you guys see it, or anything like that. Yeah. So yeah, that will have high-res skyboxes. I don't know. I might figure out something else with these skyboxes, because AI generation with that is probably gonna look a little weird. Because that's gonna be using for the PBR materials and stuff. But I'll talk about that later, because I know Some people aren't really gonna like that, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll explain. I'll talk about that later. Yeah, I might. I don't know. Get some kind of recreation of. I'm sure there's. Actually, you know, I'm sure there's probably already a mod of recreating the skyboxes in high res, like actual recreation of them. So I'll probably figure out something like that because I doubt they're gonna come out looking good if I just run them through a generator, because most stuff does look really weird, and I've already done a little bit. Most of this stuff requires going in by hand after the fact and tweaking, right? Like a lot of the roughness maps always come out really strange. Well, they cut, you know, too shiny. So yeah, most of that stuff. Well, I'd say like maybe a third does have to be handcrafted a little bit. So skyboxes, yeah, I'll probably figure out how to handle them differently, and then just running them through a generator. But yeah, I'll figure that out when I get there. You know, those high res skyboxes would look really nice. I can't deny. All right, this is the easiest boss fight probably in Sonic history. Because I think, yeah, this is super easy. You just hit him and he does nothing. Unless he does that. I just wanted the rings. I don't know why I want to get the rings, but I just do. And it just takes longer. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, I skipped again. I keep getting up to skip. I want to see the emeralds. Okay. Chaos 4. Okay, it's already the worst boss fight. And it probably is the worst looking boss fight, to be quite honest. So it's still the water. I think it looks slightly better. Still looks weird. I'm still trying to get it to look right, but I just couldn't do it in time. So it does still look like this, unfortunately. But there's a solution to all these things. It's just a matter of me taking the time to find them. Usually a long time, but you know. Yeah, still looks pretty rough. Same with that waterfall in the background, because it's just weirdly. That's my dog. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, this level, this boss fight is still the worst boss fight. It still looks the worst. Unfortunately, but that's something I'm fairly confident I can fix. And if I can't fix, then I didn't say anything about it. Hey, dog is scratching. I don't know if you can hear that because I do have a. No, you really can't. I do have a noise gate, so. Alright, this should be... Yeah, he's on his last little phase. He's going to sit through this. And then next is... What do we do now? Sky Chase 1, right? Yeah, I think so. So, Sky Chase 1, I think it's still basically the same. Actually, you know what? I might explain that part when we get to the actual egg carrier. But yeah, Skydeck has kind of looked good for a while, so nothing's really changed over there. And then after, yeah, egg carrier, I'm excited to see, and well, that's where changes happen. Rather, I'm obviously excited to, you know, show them everything. Yeah, this end screen will look weird forever, and that's my fault. Actually, no, it won't, because I think it's got the same issue as. Sorry, it uses the same textures as in that ice cave. So if I fix the textures in the ice cave, it fixes the textures in there. But sometimes it will still flip to UI for some, like the water will be not rendered correctly, randomly. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, carrier still looks weird, but it's always looked weird because it's so low poly for some reason. All right, where is tail? Sometimes this. There we go. Sometimes the cutscene just fails to activate. I can't figure out why.
Wait here for a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause just for a second. Just for a second. Alright, let's just make sure this is... Yep. Okay. This is still... Yeah. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Great. Making sure... Let's make sure this is on live chat. No, all messages. There we go. Oh, YouTube. YouTube's so weird. But yeah, this is mostly... I mean, you really can't... You kind of... It is kind of hard to see the jets when you're running at such a low resolution, but realistically, you shouldn't be playing on this low resolution. I mean, Steam Deck users will. You shouldn't play this on Steam Deck, by the way. I just added that option because I was asked about it. But if you want the actual best experience, that you know, I think people who play on Steam Deck already know this. But I guess it's kind of not the point. I guess the point is, wow, look at how much graphics this thing can do. That is small. I guess that's mostly the point. It's still cool that something like Remix can run on a Steam Deck. I can't deny that, but you really shouldn't. Oh well. Yeah, this is the same. I'm pretty sure, mostly the same. I think maybe I fixed a couple materials and lights, but that's about it, really. Basically the same. Yeah, this is just like auto runner. Kind of sit in the corner. I think the speedrun, if I recall correctly, the speedrun is you just put the jet in the corner and you just don't touch anything because you just win. Actually, you get the end and then you leave, I guess. Yeah, you just sit in the corner and none of them hit, like, just the way that they're programmed, none of them hit you enough to kill you when you're in that specific position, and it's like, great, just works. But I don't know, speedrun could have changed. This is like 2-3 years ago at this point, so I could be completely wrong now, and that's not the speedrun. And I don't know, getting hit makes you go faster, like by 0.0001 or something. I don't know. Yeah, basically the end of this now. And then we get to Egg Carrier, and then Skydeck. And then Skydeck. Because Skydeck... Ooh, Skydeck looks so good now. Skydeck looks so good now. Actually incredible. I'm so happy with how Skydeck turned out. I think this and Speed Highway are perhaps the best levels of the entire mod. Maybe Perfect Chaos, but Perfect Chaos still has some issues. Like with the bright skybox, it's really not supposed to look that bright. But yeah, I think it would be. I think Perfect Chaos would be top 3 if it weren't for those issues. But those will be fixed. So, well, in the future, obviously, not right now. All right. Oh, yeah. Slow down. Where am I going? No, wait. This is oh my gosh, I'm completely wrong. I've been saying the wrong thing the entire time. This is Twinkle Park. Twinkle Park is next. Twinkle Park has some changes, I believe.
Sonic, wait up!
Yeah. I'm just so used to having to listen to cutscenes like 100 times a day, so forgive me if you want to watch them. I will be skipping all of them, but that's kind of my fault. We go here, and then the level starts. So I guess there's not really any changes in here, but to get out of this. Oh, I'm really good at this game, I promise. Oh no! I blame the sickness. That was out of my control. Okay. Alright, that's not what I wanted to do, because they're going to be really annoying now. Nope, don't hit me, thank you very much. So, first things first, you can see the lights on the side work. I'll probably explain this when I get to Speed Highway, which is next. But yeah, those parts of the textures are emissive now. I think that's what they're supposed to be. it looks like it to me, so I made it that way, and it looks nice. So that's good enough, really good enough for me. Yeah, okay, yeah, those item boxes are quite strange looking. We'll be fixing that at some point. They don't really look, yeah, you can't even see what's inside them. Okay, that's a problem. So yeah, specific parts of texture are emissive. I'm gonna get into that when we get to Speed Highway. I really should have done this a long time ago. But it just looks so much more complete, more polished. So happy with it. Yeah, excited for Legacy Update 3 as well. Obviously that's a way away, you know. But I mean, I'm still excited for it. I'm excited to work on it, which is like, you know, I started to get not excited to work on it when it got to, I'd say probably like 0.9, which is when I just wanted to stop. I just didn't want to, you know, keep updating the thing anymore. It just had so many, there were just so many issues, and just, it was just such a slow process, such a, yeah, just full of so many issues. It's like fixing them just take forever, and it was just like couldn't really be bothered. And then I took a break for like quite a while. I mean, I think I still released an update in that time, but I wasn't really like updating it. And then I started, you know, doing it again. Legacy Update 1, Legacy Update 2. Happy with working on it now. But yeah, even if I've got to a point for this update where even if this update is the final product, like if, you know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it now, you know. It obviously still needs some work, but in general, overall, solid. So happy with it now. Also, this bowling makes no sense. If you get the front pin, it gives you the most rings. You don't even have to get a strike. Oh yeah, you can actually see that on the explosions. I was talking about with anti-culling. So usually that light that these explosives emit will just stick around for a while after. I mean, they still do a little bit. That's just how, you know, just the time it's taking to calculate the rays. But now that it no longer sticks around, it looks a lot less weird. Yeah. Okay, so it seems okay. We've got a couple light. It's less worse than it was. I'll say that. Still needs to be fixed though. I was like 100% sure I did fix it. Oh, I did fix it. I tested the mod and it was fixed, and now it's broken. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fixable. It's like 2 frames of water. No big deal. No big deal. Well, it's not as big a deal as it was, where it's like every other frame looked wrong. Oh no, I fell. Man, I used to be so good at this level. Well, by that I mean I used to be able to skip it like 90% of the time. What am I doing? Oh man, this is so embarrassing. I played this level like 100 times in like the past 2 months. Actually, actually now that I think about it, it's probably more. I've probably played this level more than 100 times in 2 months. It's probably more than that. Oh man. Well, you know, at least I'm used to it with speedrunning, just playing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So, fine. And then, yeah, Speed Highway after this, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. I think those little, I don't even know what you call those creatures. Oh yeah, this looks a lot better. This looks a lot better. Because, yeah, I'll talk about it when I get to Speed Highway, because it's just something I just should have done such a long time ago. And it's just so stupid that I didn't, and I did like the dumb way of doing it, where things look really bad. But, okay, so basically, if you'll remember, I also think, hang on, didn't I make, I think I made, camera being weird, stop. think I made this texture emissive at some point, and it just looked really weird. I don't know why I did that. I think that was the last update I did that. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking. So basically, I was such an idiot when I explained this and how dumb I had it. So immediately you can, if you've played this mod a lot, you'll immediately recognize the difference. The textures aren't fully emissive. So basically, I had it set up so if I thought it should emit light, I would check the box, I would set the value, but I would set the entire texture to be emissive just by copying the texture into the emissive texture box. But it would make the entire thing emissive and not just the part where you're supposed to see through the windows and there's light. It would make the entire texture emissive. So what I've done is I've gone through, I think there's probably some I've missed. Oh, right here, I missed these. Every texture, most textures, I guess now, and made the specific emissive map for them. So it just looks a lot better. You know, I mean, when I thought about this, I was like, yeah, it looks a lot better, and it doesn't really go beyond that because that's kind of the point of the mod, isn't it? Gonna play this in 480p 4x3 just to get that. Yeah. That's. I mean, you might be doing that anyway if you have a worse enough graphics card. You should be getting more to. Yeah. Thank you very much. Is it egotistical to say that I agree? No, I got plenty enough attention for this. Especially, okay, well, I think we'll do that at the end of the stream. Especially the state that the mod used to be in. I was getting way too much attention for how it looked back then. Like wow. I went back and watched some old videos of it. It was like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? And it was like, everyone was talking about it. It was like, whoa, two big Sonic YouTubers made like a video of the mod, and it was just like, ooh, it did not look as good as it back then. Yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. But man, yeah, I think we will watch some old videos at the end of this. Well, if I beat, I think I'll beat the game. I think I'm on pace. Oh, I'll probably end in like an hour, but I think that's enough time. I think I know it is. Should be enough time. Also to say everything I want to say, because that's kind of why I want to do this a little bit, because I just want to talk about stuff. RTX 4060. Oh yeah. 4060. Oh gosh. But no, NVIDIA is weird with their. They started to get super stupid. When it came to the 40 series, and it's like 4060 is like equivalent to like a 2080 or something. So I don't. That's probably not true, but I'm just like trying to remember what I saw, because there's some weird comparisons to the next generation or stuff. But 4060, yeah, that should be pretty solid. That's probably solid at 720 GLSS performance. Just a pure guess, because I don't own one. But that should probably be fine. Is there any way I can find some good quality footage? Low bitrate. I don't. So there is some good footage of an older version. Of an older version. There is some good footage of that. But as far as I know, running this at 4K 60, I don't think it's possible. But okay, that is something I will consider. I will on your I will consider actually getting some high-res footage of this latest update, because I think that would be just for the channel. While I'm making the next update, I think that'll probably be a good idea. I'll definitely consider trying to get some, because I only have a 2060, so I can't even. I can play games in 4K based with it, but I can't play this in 4K. definitely not. I mean, I'm playing this at what is it, like 300 something by 384 by 256 right now. So 4K, little out of the realm of possibility for me, but I do know someone who can 1080p at the least. Yeah, I know. I've actually, you know what, that was something I was going to talk about. Light bouncing. There probably is a slider for it, or probably it's multiple sliders in this in the remix config. I've always just wanted to just experiment it, just to get it, tune it just right. But I think generally having something just as intense as it needs to be works pretty well. But yeah, the light bouncing looks absolutely amazing. Just 4K for the export. The video itself, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I could probably do that. Yeah. I don't know. In a few weeks maybe. I'll ask them, see if they can record some stuff. Yeah. I think just have that up there. Just have that up there would be nice. Also, what else was it? Oh man, oh yeah, I've got to go here, and then I think it's Sky Chase Act 2 after this. Wow, it's like I just thought of what I was gonna say and it's just gone.
Where can she be?
Wow, this voice acting is really good. No wait. Oh yeah. Well, this is 08 was Unleashed, right? Well, this DX came out in 2012. This is the version that turns it into the 1999 Dreamcast release. But I mean, even back then, the game looks great. DX doesn't look so great, but the Dreamcast release looks amazing. Recording, exporting it. Yeah. Also, yeah, it's out. It should be a link in the description. 3060 Ti. Oh wow, you got quite the machine. Yeah. Link is the first link in the description. For you there if you want to try that out. Don't expect a high resolution because so here's the where am I going? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, DX is there. Yeah, DC is really good. I was always playing DX up until I want to say like maybe 3 years ago. Yes, okay. Pretty good. No, I am going the right way. What am I doing? So, what was I gonna say? Oh man. Alright, I blame the sickness again. But yeah, so, okay, there's it's kind of a misunderstanding on... This happened when Portal RTX released as well, when people were complaining how it wasn't running very well. Which is true. I mean, it's so with actual AAA games, they use like it's usually never full ray tracing. It's usually like a hybrid, like it's just for the shadows and the reflections, but everything else is rasterized, so it performs pretty well. But with Remix, it overrides the entire renderer. Everything is ray traced. Every reflection, every rough surface, every shadow, like everything. So that's why pardon me. That's why when Portal RTX first released, there were some complaints how it wasn't going to run so well. There was obviously people who knew what it was. This isn't like it's never implemented the same way as it would in like an actual implementing ray tracing into your game workflow, for normal games. Yeah, there were a lot of. Also, my understanding is that there were some actual performance issues on Portal RTX that I think they've since fixed. But yeah, so there's always going to be less frames than you expect if you've tried other AAA games with ray tracing, because they do it differently, basically. So quite a bit more intensive than that. Have you been doing any optimization yet? has been quite difficult. So everything, yes, everything is ray traced. That's why it's a lot more expensive than it is in actual AAA games. There are benefits to this. There are drawbacks to this. But mostly, I mean, it just for the tool itself, it makes sense because you can't really, because it's for older games, you can't really be mixing that rasterization with the rasterization techniques they used back then with, you know, ray tracing techniques they have now, because it just never is going to look correct. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I should have stayed there. You know, actually no. I'll get to the volcano bit, and then I'll show off some of those lights, because man, they look so much nicer than they used to. But in terms of optimizations, really the oh, I'm having a drop. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's basically mostly the issues are with alpha surfaces. Everything's actually traced. Yeah, absolutely. Most of the optimizations that I can really do on my end are, I guess, technically speaking, one of them was implementing FSR for AMD cards and Steam Deck, but also is modeling everything that has an alpha texture instead of, because I talked about this earlier. You can rewind or you can watch that bit. Basically, alpha textures are super expensive when ray tracing them. I gave a really bad explanation actually, so actually don't go watch it. But I'll say this: alpha textures are really expensive when ray tracing. So an optimization I could do, which I haven't done, but I plan on doing, is what was that? Whoa! Speaking of optimizations, what was that? I've never had that happen before. Anti-culling runs on Linux. Yes, asterisk. It does run on. I have tested it on my Mint machine, and I have tested it on Steam Deck. So, on my, well, not my Mint machine, my yeah, Alpha Texture transparency. So it does run on Linux. So with Steam Deck, it comes with the FSR mod made by, I think I have them credited in there, on the mod page now. So yeah, so it does run on Linux. Surprisingly, there was an issue where ray reconstruction, you couldn't enable it under Proton, but I guess I updated my version and now you can. So all the features of Remix should be working under Linux. AMD, on the other hand, is a different story. It doesn't play so nice with volumetrics and what else? Yeah, it doesn't play nice with volumetrics, and obviously can't run DLSS, so there's FSR for that. But yes, can run on Linux. Oh, that's great. Oh, you know what I should probably do? I should probably make a separate thing for if you're running Linux with an NVIDIA card. It's basically the exact same thing. You can just grab the files. The only difference would be that the installer won't work on Linux because it's a .bat file. So, but smart people are on Linux. They can figure it out. There may be. But yeah, in terms of optimization, there is some stuff I could still do. What are the options when it comes to DLSS? Basically this menu, the Alt X, when you press Alt X, you've got so it'll actually tell you what resolution it's rendering at when you have DLSS enabled. There's also NIS, I don't really know what that is, and TAU, also I don't really know what that is. But generally those kind of look, kindly, because I know people probably worked really hard on that, they kind of look like garbage. DLSS is probably the way to go. FSR3 is also probably the way to go if you have an AMD card, but there are options available on the mod page for that. So yeah, DLSS, you've got your standard auto, balanced quality, ultra performance, all that stuff. I'm playing on ultra performance because I have a crap graphics card. Hopefully going to change soon, but yeah. So those are the options right now. There's also ray reconstruction and boost. I always have enabled plus boost on, and okay. I always have boost on. I don't know why you would ever have it off. I don't really know what the drawbacks are. I haven't felt any drawbacks. So, yeah. So it's good enough for me. So I just have that enabled by default as well on the main config. So, yeah. Also, ray reconstruction is complete magic. It makes it look better, and it's faster, and it makes the game run faster. Complete and total magic. No idea how it works. Honestly, I'll probably never understand even if I tried. But yeah, great stuff on the DLSS side. FSR3 is good. FSR3 is really good. Currently, you can't use it if you're on a NVIDIA card. Because it's just the way the FSR mod is implemented doesn't work. But yeah, FSR3 is also really good. So I don't think you get ray reconstruction with it. But yeah, the options are there for AMD users, which is really nice because I like that everybody is able to play. All right. No problem. All right. Oh yeah, this is where we get to the good bit after this level. Sky deck, because the sky deck is perhaps, honestly, now that I've played Speed Highway, it might look better than Speed Highway. That might be number one in terms of levels, visually for this mod. Oh, I don't know. How do I say these things? Yeah. So excited to show that off. Same thing with Speed Highway as well. Emissive mask maps have been created. Only the parts that are emissive are emissive. Stuff 3 runs on everything. Yes, it does, but so specifically the way I talked to the creator about this because I was having issues running it on my NVIDIA card. So yes, FSR generally runs on everything. I don't know if it's open source, but it's pretty open, I think. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask. But yes, it does run on everything, but it does not run on a NVIDIA card with the specifically RTX Remix mod. That's because the way it works, it's like emulating a NVIDIA card somehow and then overriding the DLLs and stuff. It's complicated. The creator is much more knowledgeable on this than I am. But so for this specific mod, it doesn't run on NVIDIA cards, unfortunately. I would like it to, even though, I mean, I don't know how many people use FSR when DLSS is probably the better option if you have an NVIDIA card anyway. But generally, yes, FSR runs on everything, just with the exclusion of RTX Remix at the moment. They might be working on that, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you can see the little lights that I've added underneath here. Wow, I took a lot. Right. Yeah. You're good. That's why I'm here today. Answer questions. Talk about the mod. I am not redoing the whole level. I did not want to die. Hang on, here we go. Now I just found. Lossless scaling? No, I know about it. Recently. I might buy it because it looks like something fun to mess around with. At the very least, right? If not, performance booster. I don't know if it probably doesn't work on Linux. So I might not because my main machine is Linux. But I have to do all this development on Windows. Which is unfortunate, but maybe there'll be a Linux build of the toolkit one day. Maybe there won't be. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like a lot of fun with the frame. I've never messed around with frame generation either, so that'll be fun. That'll be if I ever get it, I'll definitely have fun with it. Oh, that was slow. That slowed down a lot. I end up spamming the start button every time a cutscene starts. Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, same story with this. Emissive mask maps make it look so much nicer than it did before. I should probably bring up comparisons, but I don't think I can do that right now. So these glass materials are different. I think they look better than they did before. Some people probably disagree, but I don't know. It just looks more right. Yeah. Might try that with this. Yeah. Might work. No, it probably will work if my understanding is correct. Yeah, that'll probably give you some more performance as well. Oh yeah, because then you get to do frame generation, right? I don't know. I think AMD's frame generation is out, but NVIDIA is for 40 series only. I believe. Yeah, it is. It is. So I don't know. That's gonna be cool. All right. Yeah, those still look weird. I need to fix that. Those item boxes. Alright. So yeah, this level, just in general, wow, just looks so much better than it did before. And it's because it's funny because I feel like I barely changed anything. But those emissive textures just I didn't know where it was. Just kind of changed the whole look of the level. Oh, what? Oh, yep. Power of bugs. Frame gen is also much better. Really? Okay. I'll have to seriously consider that then. Because if that's actually kind of cool. Frame generation stuff is it's interesting because you'd almost think well, if you have a graphics card powerful enough to do frame generation, why do you need frame generation? And it was always, I was when it first came out, I was always kind of disappointed by it because it was like, okay, well, if it only looks good if I have 75 frames plus, then why do I need it? Like, how much, you know? But, you know, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I always thought it was kind of weird. Also, always kind of wanted to check it out, just see if it's even worth it. Is there a digital families video on it? Yeah, I will. All right, because I've like slightly heard of it. I haven't like seen any proper like videos on it and stuff. But yeah, that is something I will check out now. All right, this bit. Okay. Also, oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true because they're not even gonna have. They're gonna. Most of them are probably gonna be like locked to like 60 or 30, right? So you just generate more frames on top of that and bypass everything. Yeah. That kind of makes sense. Oh yeah, look at those lights on those turrets. If I could, yeah, I actually can't pause the game. But if I could live long enough to look at them in this section, then I would. Oh, something invisible hit me. That's nice. Unless I'm just not looking. Yeah, this section. Okay, this specific section of the level always super weird because I feel like there's no way if you're not like the fastest player, there's no way you get through that. Oh wait, I'm just now realizing. Hang on a minute. I'm just now realizing only some of them go down. You're supposed to jump on the ones that don't. I thought they all go down, and I thought they all go down super quick. Wow, I learn something new every day. Okay. Alright, oh yeah, this part's so cool because you've got these amazing lights on these walls now. Oh, it just looks so much better. I mean, I've been looking at this for weeks now, so I've been saying that for like the past 2 weeks. Still true. I shouldn't. I mean, yeah. Go ahead. know what? I should probably figure out if I need to keep, because there's big. You can't see them. There's these big green spotlights in the sky, kind of giving it this greenish tint, because that's kind of. I don't want to say that because what if it's not true? They're kind of Eggman's color in this game a little bit, mostly. It doesn't explain why it's not working for me. I don't. Hey, is the mod not working for you? And you just figured it out? Oh, you asked. Oh, sorry, I missed your question. Does this work with AMD CPUs? Yes, but the question probably should be AMD GPUs. Okay, you figured it out. Good. Yeah, AMD GPUs do. RDNA 3 GPUs work now. I haven't made a separate one for Intel / RDNA 3 and below GPUs. I might do that. I might not for simplicity. But yes, they should. Some of them should. Some of them should.
Is that it?
Alright, this room... Oh no, this room's different, because you got these cool lights now. This mod is really about cool lights, if you haven't noticed already. Mine's kind of poor... Yeah. So, you know... It probably varies depending on the graphics card. I don't have an AMD graphics card right now. Oh no, technically I do, but it's an RX 290 from 2014, 2015, so can't really do much on that. So yeah, I don't have one to test, but you know, 780M on my next machine I should try. Yeah, give it a try. Might work, might not work, but you know, the information is useful at least. Yeah. Alright. Where's Chaos? Oh wow, I'm near the end of Sonic's story, aren't I? Oh no, I need to go press the buttons. Yeah, Eggman complaining. Would it break other modded skins, Dreamcast and DX? So there is a mod support list on the mod page. Now, it will probably work with most. Well, it will work with the skins. They might not be shaded, but it will work with them. This remake. I mean, it's to call it a remake is this is also the title of many Sonic YouTubers like video titles. It's a remake is, well, okay, to get specific for a moment, the word you're probably looking for is remaster, which is, you know, same game, essentially the same game. Like yeah, it'll kind of work with them. There are also some, you know, just other mods in general that probably won't work, but then there are also some that might. So check that out. Next update will add more mods to the support. So generally, you could very technically call this a remaster. Only problem is it doesn't really. So a quote unquote remaster is. I guess yeah, sure. The remaster, we're working on it right now. Probably after this is when most of the work on that part is going to be done, where we're replacing all the models, replacing all the textures, all high res everything. You know, it's essentially a remaster, right? For, you know, RTX graphics cards only, I guess. Everything is covered in snow. It probably won't look very good because the snow won't be shiny. But so mod support has to be added manually through me. So if you know, I haven't added support for the mod, everything is nothing is shaded correctly, nothing is like textured correctly, lining up correctly. So yeah, that's something that'll be something for your next update and stuff. Which, by the way, is a while away, so don't expect that like soon or anything. So that'll focus on that'll be a part of the focus for the next update. So yeah, most mods, if not supported, aren't gonna look very nice. But I mean, you can still play it. It's not like it crashes the game out completely, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna I'm not like the police or anything. I'm gonna stop you, but it's just not gonna look right. Wait, could you just say remaster? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess I agree. I guess it's just like the feel, right? They're so different. They're so much. Okay, I'm just gonna say they're better. They're so much better that it's like yeah, it just makes the game just feel different. So I guess remaster isn't like I don't know. It is remaster is technically the accurate word, but if it's such a different feel and look, I guess there is kind of a line where if you change something so much graphically, is it a remaster, is it a remake? But then also when you get into remake stuff, it's like technicalities, like okay, is it in a different engine? Does the game play differently at all? Okay, then it's a remake. If it doesn't, then it's a remaster because it's just the graphics. Yeah, I don't think Sega's gonna hire me. I don't think that's in the I don't think that's what they're thinking about. I don't think that's what I'm thinking about. But thank you for saying that. That's very nice. But yeah, like I was saying, I guess I need to come up with a different name for it. I will. I think I'll probably change it. Probably sooner rather than later. Yeah, they do. In quite a few places, they're just different. They're just quite different. But I also think they're better. There used to be a point where I was like, oh yeah, it's not. This isn't obviously not a replacement. It's obviously not better than the original. But like I said earlier, I think I'm kind of at a point where I'm kind of starting to think it's better than the original. Maybe I've been looking at it too long, but I just think it is. I mean, look at how dramatic this looks with the lighting here. I mean, tell me this. Okay, this isn't a fair comparison. This isn't a fair comparison because Lantern Engine is not labeled. But tell me that looks better than this. You can't, bro. So anyway, I'm at that point where, yeah, most stuff I think looks better than the original. I had a kind of different mindset before where it's like, you know, because some people didn't like the mod, so I was like, you know, not wanting to just say up front, yeah, this is better than the original. But I'm at a point where I'm so happy with it, and it's just, I genuinely do think it does look better than the original at this point. But yeah, I keep losing my train of thought. Well, not my train of thought. I just didn't say it. Yeah. Remasters in the works. This is not it. Looking for more people for that. If you know 3D modeling and texturing and all that stuff, there's a Google form on the mod page if you want to come join. I didn't say this earlier in the stream. I probably should have. Yeah, looking for people to help out on it. Won't be seeing it for a long time, that's for sure. But it is, yeah, that is being worked. A proper, what you would call a remaster, is in the works, rather than just the RTX Sonic Adventure thing. It's not a remake because it's, yeah, it's a remaster, exactly. A remake would be ground up, probably different engine. Well, obviously different engine. Specifically talking about Sonic Adventure, different engine. Gameplay wouldn't be the exact same, you know, stuff like that. Probably newer features, more features, quality of life stuff. What am I doing? I just killed myself. Oh, I didn't. I'm free. Yeah. But I mean, can't call it a remake, but I can call it better than the original. Or rather, I can call it a remaster, I guess. I guess better than the original is technically an opinion thing, but I think I can't really say it objectively because then I need to be unbiased, which I'm not. Guess what? The creator of something isn't unbiased to his own creation. That's crazy. but I think it is. Yeah, very different. Yeah, it certainly looks like oh, okay. Oh, this is the certainly looks like a whole other game, but this is the sad part when you get to this part and you realize, oh, you can see everything. You don't have to do the puzzle. So there's an ongoing struggle. Oh, I just killed myself. That's great. With volumetric lighting and making it look right in all areas. This is a victim of not all. This is a victim of. It has to look right in most areas, and this is not most areas, so it doesn't look right. So yeah, you don't have to do the mirror puzzle, which gets rid of the fog. So something I'm learning the config files and everything. Even still, I've been doing this so long. Trying the light, yeah, all right. I guess I just did, but I just read it just now. But see, it doesn't do anything, which is a shame. But I think I've kind of almost figured it out how to get it to work. But I didn't figure it out in time, so the mod is released. But generally, it's a config thing. So if I were to figure it out tomorrow, I could release an update tomorrow, and wow, all the volumetric fog is fixed, and that puzzle works now. But you know, it doesn't work, unfortunately. I could probably figure it out. Probably, because I don't actually know for sure. That puzzle might just be broken forever. So, as far as I know. But yeah. Something I'm still looking into, basically. Oh, this area, there was a big, I guess it's going to look very bad because it's not cold in, but big bright spotlight in the middle of this room. I removed it, so all the light comes from the fire from that, I don't know, wrecking? I've lost the words, but you know what it is. Boulder, that's what it's called. So yeah, so that's a lot more. I don't know. It just looks less weird in that room now. I think these materials have changed slightly when they're lit up. Yeah, these have changed a little bit. They're like a little bit shinier now, a little bit iridescent, I think. But they're still essentially the same. But mostly improvements in Lost World. Oh yeah, there was also a bug earlier. I forgot to show. But there was another random texture that was invisible that I had to fix because it just happens sometimes. Wait a minute, isn't there like a crazy skip I can do at the beginning of this level? Oh man, I love the camera in this game. Isn't there a yeah, right here. Just skip the whole level. Nah, there's nothing more to see over there anyway. Oh, that's a bug. It's supposed to be a big red light, but I guess it's called out. Okay, I need to fix that. We're getting to the end of the game here. And then I think once we beat the game, I think we will end because it's getting to that time. Oh wow, I forgot about what I set the thumbnail to. That's great. We will skip this cutscene because in case it crashes. Okay, that's not really supposed to look like that. I don't think. Is it? I guess it's technically accurate now because there is a seizure warning on this game, so it's not my fault. But yeah, that's a little weird. How does it look like? Oh, no, that is the wrong thing. Does it look? Oh, well, I get lantern engine's not enabled, so I guess it's technically better, but it's that's still. I guess there's one light that's way brighter than the others, and it's just blinking in and out. It's not the most noticeable thing, but I could probably fix that. I should probably fix that. I know I can. Alright. Sorry for skipping all the cutscenes again. Just in case they crash, I don't want to reload the game. I will at some point actually go through all the cutscenes and make sure that they don't crash. I do think it is just the intro cutscene that crashes. For some insane, crazy reason. Yep. Here we go. Alright, yeah, these have been fixed. I don't know if they were fixed last update, but they're fixed now, if they weren't. Yep, glass. Revolutionary. Yep. There are your characters. Oh hey, this works. I was hoping this was gonna work. All right. So these buttons. Unfortunately, these buttons do not work in RTX. Press Alt X, Developer Settings, and disable ray tracing. Because the buttons don't work when ray tracing is enabled. So I added that little message in there for everyone who gets to this point and doesn't know what to do. And yeah, so at least the instructions are pretty simple. I'm still trying to figure out why they don't work. Well, I think I know why they don't work. I think because it's nothing is actually changing. It's probably like a material change in code. I have to assume, because usually that when you can't change stuff going from one state to another, it's done in code. But once you get into the level, RTX works. It's just that one little puzzle that doesn't work with it, and it's fine. But yeah, I could probably, I mean, the Sonic Adventure is so open at this point. I could probably make a mod where it just fixes that issue. I probably will. Actually, I think that was I have some stuff written down for stuff I can like test out and figure out. So that's probably on there. So not that big of a problem because you can just turn it off. But still should be fixed. Realistically, in a final product, you don't really want hacky solutions like that, because it kind of takes you out of it, especially if you're like, you know, going through these levels and it's like, oh, I have to stop and I have to, you know, change stuff with this mod that I downloaded, and it's like, great. So generally you don't want to do that, but yeah, I had to, so. But hopefully I'll be able to fix that in the future. Should be able to. I've got some ideas, basically. This level, I think it's mostly the same. Because it just kind of looks fine. I think I turned down the emissiveness as like 1 light, and then that was it. Probably fix some materials as well. Because there are many materials, like just like small little materials that I like barely use, that I just never shaded. So they're just like at the default settings and everything. So I didn't fixing them a little bit. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of the game. I can make it. And when did we start? Like an hour, 2 hours ago almost. Pretty good. Longer than I thought we'd go for, but sickness isn't getting to me, I guess. Yeah, this level still looks great. That's why I didn't change it, really. Maybe I could turn down the emissiveness of those red lights coming from those weird tube things. I probably could. Because I think I set them up. Oh no! I also think I set them up really weirdly. So they're not like accurate or anything, but I could probably change that because I think they're a little much. I also think the blue lights are a little bit much. Maybe I should have changed this level. But in general, if you don't think about it too hard, I actually don't want to be quiet. In general, it looks too good. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why did I press? Why did I do that? I guess the last changes would be Egg Viper, and then the game is over. And there's only a minor change on Egg Viper. So technically, I don't really have to play this because most of the part of the update I've shown is, you know, basically there. There's like one texture, like 3 textures I changed on Egg Viper that now look better. I'll get there. I may as well. I've done all this, so I may as well get to the end. Yeah. Complete the stream for people who want to watch it after the fact. May as well complete the game. Yeah, I could do this quick. I speedrun this game before. It'll be fine. What else? I think I kind of talked about everything. Well, not everything, but everything for the update, everything I wanted to, explained a lot of stuff. You think I'm missing anything? No. Yeah. Thank you for watching. So I should really do these more. I did a recording with my sister just a few days ago. We hadn't done that in so long. It was so fun. I should be doing these things more. Well, I guess first I should update the mod more, but kind of at a point where I don't have to. But yeah, thank you. I should definitely do these more. It's fun. This level is... it's not okay. It's not the ugliest Sonic level. Sonic 4 exists. It's well, it's not ugly. It's got an interesting the textures in this level don't really go very well together. I don't think. I think it gets the point. I think it certainly gets the point across that this is a cobbled together base that Eggman has been working on for like 2 days. And so things are, you know, all, but things are all like rusty and like old, I guess, and stuff. Oh. Alright. Lovely bug. No, I think that's more of a me issue with the Lightspeed Dash mod. Alright, yeah, we'll get to the end of this. I'm not going to play any other story today. Oh, you can see outside of the level. That's fine. Alright, here we go. But yeah, really nothing different here. Nothing too different. Yeah, again, the checkpoints look so much better, I think, than they did before. Oh, this part's really easy because I got the... Yep. Great. Alright, and then it's Egg Viper, and then I think the game is done. Yeah, that's the last boss in Sonic Story. Now the problem is I have to beat it.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not a hard boss, but it's the ending that usually gets me, where he picks a random platform and he just deletes it. But yeah, actually, you know what? This would be a good comparison for it on and off. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to me. I don't know. Is it? There we go. I don't know. Looks better to me. But yeah, I've fixed the emissive textures on Egg Viper. He's now glowing where it needs to glow, and that's kind of it. I guess technically I don't have to beat it. I'm just gonna have to show off the last boss. The video should be available when it's done, and if it's not, then that's a problem because I haven't recorded it. No, it should be. YouTube usually got that figured out, so not too worrying. Alright. Yeah. You know, I will try to beat this actually. Oh, that's good. I think I learned how to do that like only a few months ago, and that's like the fastest way to. Oh, clipping through the ground. Thank you very much. That's a very unkind collision box. That's crazy. Alright. Yeah, is anything different? Because I definitely didn't turn down those blue lights. Yeah, obviously, as I said, there's something different. Yeah, I kind of talked about everything already, didn't I? I mean, that's where 2 hours of talking gets you. But generally the same. Oh yeah, in the base config now, changed the auto. I enabled auto exposure because I figured out how that works finally. It took ages. It looks correct now. So things in general are brighter, but things in general also look better. Yeah. Really happy with how that's turned out. Man, he has so much health. Alright, oh here we go, now he's doing this. He only says no way, I can't believe when you jump on the thing once. Sound effects still sound ancient. Well yeah, you know. That's not my job, that's you know, I'm just doing the graphics. Yeah, I mean, they've never really bothered me all that much. Obviously, it would be nice if they're... That's like his catchphrase in this game. How many times did he say it? He says that in the Egg Hornet boss fight all the time, and then he says it in this as well. That's how you save space on a Dreamcast. Just get a load of this. So do this, which is the part where I always die. Looks good though, yeah. I should probably get actual like video, like high quality video footage of this for the channel while I'm working on the other stuff. So yeah, still looks good though. Running at like 300 by 300 still looks pretty good. No, it actually does, surprisingly. All right, great. Beat the game. Alt F4. Great. All right. That is the end of the stream. Wow, almost exactly 1 hour 45 minutes, I believe. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you've just joined, the video will be available after I end stream. Yeah. Thank you very much if you stuck around through the whole thing. Which I don't know if many people did, but if you did, thank you. Yeah, that's the end.